Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we're taking a closer look at the Legato diver by MW Watches, an Indonesian brand that just launched on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I'll leave the links in the description if you want to check them out, as they offer quite a saving for early buyers, dropping the full price of $659 down to $489. For that price, spec-wise, you get a 300-meter water-resistant diver that comes with a Swiss-made Sellita SW200 that beats away at 28,800 bph, comes with hacking and hand winding, and a date complication at 6 o'clock. You get a sapphire crystal both in the front and back, as well as on top of the stainless steel bezel insert. The transition between the crystal and bezel is pretty much unnoticeable, and you can barely feel it when you run your fingers across it, something we rarely see on watches, but I have to admit I like it. You also get one of the most comfortable bracelets I ever tried. It comes with solid links held with screws, solid end links, and a machined clasp. Even though the clasp is missing my favorite feature, the on-the-fly adjustment, it is very easy to find a comfortable size, not only due to many micro-adjustment points, but also due to the size of the links. They're very small, or should I say short, and thanks to the taper they have from 20mm at the case, all the way down to 16 at the clasp, and full articulation of each link, the bracelet is in a class of its own comfort-wise. It is fully brushed with polished bevels on the clasp, which matches the finish of the case that is also fully brushed and has a single polished bevel on each side. The finish is very good on the case, and the size and proportions of the case relative to the dial and bezel are spot on. The only thing I would change is thickness. At 12.4mm, it is not too thick, but for a 39.5mm case with a 46mm lug-to-lug, it does have a chunky look to it, so a thickness under 12 would make this perfect proportion-wise. The bezel has 120 clicks, and the bezel action is one of the best I tried. Clicks are firm and precise, while the large grip area makes for an easy operation even with your gloves on. Overall, one of the best bezel executions I have seen so far, function-wise. The lume is applied on the dial, markers, hands, bezel, crown, and date, making for a typical micro-brand light show. I'm not a fan of that, but I know many people like it. The lume is okay, but because they went with lumed hands instead of pure black, reading the time in the wee times of night is a bit difficult, as the contrasting area is simply too thin. I'm sure other dial variants will not suffer from this problem, and I wish they went with all black hands like Zelos did with their hammerhead. That watch is a benchmark when it comes to white dial readability. This might improve in the production units, as one of the changes will be thicker and bigger hands, so take this criticism with a grain of salt. As I'm sure you already noticed, the watch is pretty original in its design, and the reason is the fact that looks have been inspired by guitars, which is why the bezel has this weird look to it, mimicking the strings and position markers on a guitar's neck. The hour markers on the dial are inspired by the bridge pins, and the sound hole is represented on the caseback with strings running across it. It may not be to everyone's taste, but I like it, and I showed this to a couple of my friends who play guitars, and they immediately recognized the connection, meaning the design did what it was supposed to do. Overall, the watch is well made and well spec'd for the price, while being quite original, getting my instant respect. The finishing is okay, but the lume application on the markers is a bit messy overall, which I hope they fix in the production units, as this is just a prototype used for review purposes. If you decide this is for you, because you like the looks or you play a guitar, I would suggest getting it at a discount price, as it makes it a better value for money compared to the full MSRP. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.